Well, Andy is a PhD student in the Department of Philosophy, and I'm his primary supervisor. And we have a research group called Philosophy of Mental Health in Nottingham. And so, because Andy's work, his artwork and his work with people who have suffered trauma relates to mental health, there's a real clear connection between the Being Seen project and the art that Andy does and the Philosophy of Mental Health in Nottingham group. So one of the things that Andy does is he highlights the theme of being seen, and that's the title of the exhibition, Transformative Pathways, Being Seen. And that title itself, I think, raises a lot of philosophical questions, and that's why it's so interesting from a philosophical perspective to engage with Andy's work. So one question is, why is it so powerful for people who've had their portraits done or have had a painting with Andy to feel seen, or for them to be seen? And I think one way we could look at that is by looking at the reverse and looking at the messages in society that say, don't be seen, the cultural narratives that say, hide that, don't reveal that, don't show that, that say, feel shame about that, hide your trauma and your pain. So then when Andy comes along and helps them feel seen and be seen, that's cathartic, that's powerful, that's supportive, because it's resisting those social messages about not being seen. And another aspect of it that I think is particularly powerful is who is doing the seeing and what are they seeing? And I think some of the portraits are kind of like mirrors for the participants, where they can look at the portrait and see themselves in a new light because of how Andy has visualized some aspect of the journey around trauma. That may be the pain, it may be the trauma itself, it may be a recovery or resilience or some part of the journey, but seeing the painting, they can then see an aspect of themselves. So they're seen by themselves, to themselves, and that can be cathartic, therapeutic, helpful too, because that can open up self-discovery. They can now know themselves because they can see themselves differently. And that means you can accept yourself, love yourself, or have a different relationship with yourself that is going to help you on a journey with mental health. And so I think there's such rich content in what Andy's doing. It raises such important philosophical questions about what it is to be seen, who is doing the seeing, and why that's therapeutically powerful.